Yo, what's everyone? Hope everyone's having a good day. Last video did pretty well. I had a comment from this fella right here. Right there. Shout out to him. About what my settings are for good aim assist. So I'm going to be running through my settings and set this up in your game and hopefully makes you a little bit better at aiming. Yeah. Cut the shit. Let's fucking jump in. Right. Speaking to my mic, that would help, wouldn't it? Right, we're in. Right, settings. Classic. Let's try and run through this, okay? I'm not going to go through graphic settings because these graphic settings are set up for my PC. They're not going to be for everyone's. That's just what I like. You're going to have to test it out if you're on PC. If you're on PlayStation, I'm not entirely sure what you can do. I'll be completely honest, I don't run on PlayStation or Xbox for that matter. But this is what I use, okay? I will run through a couple of them. It's just make sure that you've got display mode on full screen exclusive. If you're on borderless, I experience some really weird input lag. I hate it. It's awful. I can feel it immediately. Make sure you're on your main monitor, graphics card. Make sure your screen refresh rate is set to whatever your screen or monitor can actually do. Mine's 75. I want to get a 144, but I'm cheap and this will do. Display resolution, make sure that is outputting to whatever you set your display to. And yeah, VSync off, make sure that's off. That's terrible as well. If you're experiencing any stutters and stuff, restart your shaders optimization. There's a couple of things you can do. But anyway, that's display. As I said, quality, I'm not going to be going into. That's for me. You guys are going to have to figure that out. Fiddle about. Typically, a lower setting is going to make you it's going to make things a bit more snappy. So try things out. Make sure it's good for you. I can't do what streamers do, which is have the anti-aliasing on really low and the SMAA E2X. I can't do that. It looks horrible to me. Yeah. So then make sure you render. Wow. Make sure your render resolution is set to 100 as well. Okay. We go over to view. Now, I know a lot of the pros and stuff, they use a lower FOV. I've gotten used to mine, which is 115. Typically, you can go anywhere from 120. PC players will usually, mouse and keyboard, they'll usually use 120. Wider, typically, you can see more, blah, blah, blah. That's typically. Okay, so first, I play on affected so that when I aim in, it scales roughly to my field of view. If it's independent, it will go down to its usual value, so it will zoom you right in. You can do independent if you're used to it, and also if maybe you're a bit of an AR player, maybe a slower AR player, go independent. But I play affected because I do sub. I play a sub and play typically a faster AR play style, if you could call it that. This next setting, wide. Weapon field of view. Typically, I play on wide. It kind of makes it feel like the gun has a little bit less recoil. Okay, it just zooms you out ever so slightly. A bit like the field of view, it zooms you out. So I play on wide. Third person field of view, I don't play third person, so whatever it is. This next setting, play on least. I mean, third person, I already said. I don't play on it, so anyway. First person camera movement, set it to least. This will stop the screen shaking about. If there's a nade, if you're sprinting, it will stop it shaking. Okay, important that you have least. Now, if I go over to controller, obviously my aiming input is a controller. I play on default. I've got a scuff. I'm hardwired in, so I jump and crouch with my paddles. Hopefully you guys can see that on the old camera. So I play on default. One of the ones that my friend plays on tactical bumper jumper, so you can jump with your L2 and you crouch as if you're playing tactical. Kind of preference. Some people play claw, all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you're comfortable and don't not give something a go just because you feel like you're playing a little bit worse. Give it a go, get used to it. Bumper jumper tactical is what I played on MW2 in 2019. Really, really good controller setup. I also flip my L2 and L1 and R2 and my R1 and my R2 because I'm used to shooting and aiming with my L1 and R1. We've got default. Control of our orientation is up. I don't usually mess with these settings too much. Vibration is off. I never play with any vibration. That takes some getting used to if you're used to vibration, but it's definitely a lot better. Now 6.6, again, this is preference. I play on 6.6 because it allows me to be a little bit faster, but I can also hit some shots. If you're typically missing and you're finding it difficult with the amount of movement that people have, drop that to 5.5. I wouldn't suggest going any lower than 5.5. You will be really slow. It's not exactly great. So I play 6.6. I've got a 1 ADS multiplier. You've got loads of different settings in here. I don't mess with any of these. This is all standard. Aim down sight behavior, classic, is hold. And then all of these I don't mess with. If I'm playing Warzone, actually, I will change the tap to reload to prioritize interact, I believe. And that will allow me just to go around the Warzone picking up loot really, really quickly. And you just have to hold the reload and it will reload. That takes some getting. Oh god, I'm stuttering today. Woo! That will take some getting used to. Right, here's the juicy stuff. Advanced. Aim assist type. It was Black Ops. Black Ops was the one. Apparently, it got nerfed. I haven't seen it in the patch notes. Maybe someone can confirm that. So I used to play on Black Ops. Now I play back on default. Default is, yeah, it's good. It's just a traditional aim down. Okay, it's what this COD was made for. Target aim assist, obviously make sure you got that on. My aim response curve is dynamic. I've heard plenty of people do standard or dynamic. I stick with dynamic. I think it makes long shots a little bit easier and you can snap between targets a little bit easier as well. I've not heard of anyone using linear. One is the ADS sense multiplier. I don't mess with any of these settings. You can if you're a bit into that. I don't. My input dead zones. This is really another important one. Now, a lot of people will tell you to stick with lower input settings. A lot of people are going to tell you to stick with the lowest input settings you can. The one that is typically most important is whichever analog stick you aim with. Set that as low as you can, such that you don't get stick drift. Stick drift is basically where you put your controller down and you start aiming up, or you aim to the left, or something like that. You want to set it as low as possible, such that you don't get that. If you're getting it above like 0.0678, that's when, unfortunately, you might have to think about getting a new controller. Mine's 0.05. It's pretty standard. I also have reduced my left stick max. Basically, because for some reason when I was playing, I found that my character would stop sprinting, even though I'm like full lock on the left analog stick. So I've reduced that slightly and I don't have that problem anymore. Okay, and the next one, I believe Hook had, and this is going to be the last one, I believe, was the gyro behavior. Now, you want that off. All of these settings off. That basically means the motion sensor in your controller isn't helping you aim. If you like it, fine. I don't know. I found that mine was on. Wasn't great. I was wondering why I was aiming all over the place for a little bit of time. Turn it off. Keep that all off, essentially. Next, we have sprint, and all of these I just don't. I've not messed with, essentially. So these are my settings. Hopefully, whoever commented finds that useful. I'm gonna let him know, him or her. Sorry. Oof. Hopefully that helps. And then the next important thing, okay, is play around with these settings. Okay, these are just mine. This is what I like. Get those reps in a rank play or hardpoint online or multiplayer, something like that. Get those reps in. And then you'll just get better. These are fairly standard settings. They're not too difficult or anything like that. Get those reps in. Watch like play styles, whatever it is. Watch them. Make sure you understand how the game works. And then yeah, GG's. Good luck. Have fun. Peace.